If you want to deal with someone, particularly if you're a member of the British monarchy, there's really only one person that you would send out there after the late Duke of Edinburgh. That's right, we're talking about Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. Guess where she went? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. Lovely day today, isn't it? Yes, as I often say, get out there, get some vitamin D, and of course, be kind to each other. It's what makes the world go round. Now, as we know, just a month ago, maybe just a little bit over, we told you here on the show how the city of York in North Yorkshire decided to strip the freedom of the city to the former royal known as the Duke of York, His Royal Highness Prince Andrew. Now, for me, he still remains a prince. After all, he was born a prince and remains a prince. And it was rather, I think, curlish of the Liberal Democrats in that particular city to make this statement. After all, it really didn't mean that much to the city. And York itself is known around the world, particularly as being a medieval tourist spot. If you get the opportunity, as I say, it's well worth a visit. Bypass the council chambers. They don't seem particularly friendly. But if you do have a chance, do have a look around, because wherever you see, wherever you go, it's literally steeped in history. And that very famous street, the Shambles, yeah, great, it really is. And at Christmas time, even more magical. But there's also the brilliant York Minster. Now, as we know, the Duke of York was sort of prominent in that particular city, done a lot for it to raise its profile around the world. Then the local council decided to strip him, following the debacle of that recent misdemeanour, shall we say. So guess what? The British monarchy decided to send in Princess Anne. So you can imagine how nervous they would have been, because Princess Anne arrived to support the big parade up there. And after all, she is the Colonel-in-Chief now. Now, you can imagine lots of the councillors who'd been rather cruel to her brother, kept out of the way, you know, the usual anti-monarchist brigade. They didn't seemingly want to get too involved. But as ever, Princess Anne remained incredibly professional, met all concerned, and was a huge hit. And let me point this out, because you don't normally get this on things like social media or the mainstream media news, that sort of stuff. Record crowds turned out to see her. She, as I say, met with everybody, happy to pose for pictures. Although, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Princess Anne truly does not get the world of selfie, not keen on that at all. Thinks it's absolutely a waste of time. But moving forward, of course, it just proves that whatever you read in the press, the British monarchy, particularly up in a place like York, which seemingly wanted to turn against the British monarchy on such a special year with the Platinum Jubilee, well, if you believe the media, then obviously it's not true. And when you saw the crowds turning out for Princess Anne, then truly you would see that as the Colonel-in-Chief, as ever, she's doing a brilliant job to represent our British monarchy. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.